Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touch. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Here are the Saints now as they've elected to go for 2. There's a toss coming right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Mike Gesicki, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
All right, now look at 56.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They run. This is Cohen. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Pass incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there from 10 yards out, and the Eagles get a score closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball. After the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Throw that side complete to Scott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So
and down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Nigel Bradham. In from his linebacker's spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
5 down. Go Delta. Go Delta. Hey.
Check 13. Check.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
58 Mike. 58 Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Go Delta. Hey. Go Delta.
Take.
Here we go. 5 down.
Bridgewater now. He's going to look deep for Paramount. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
you hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready. Go Delta. Go Delta.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind it, and he listened to it.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Switch!
They'll run forward to Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, Bridgewater. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
Get set, get set. So Delta.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. 2nd down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So Delta.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go Delta.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Delta.
Bridgewater on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Oh, it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt. Just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in a big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hansen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Now he's flushed out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Delta.
Ready?
From the gun, Bridgewater. That is right at the 10-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now up to 14. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, but it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Go Delta. Go Delta. No. Me.
Bridgewater now on second down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on second and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete here on third down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Go Delta.
Bridgewater again. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a first down.
Delta. Here we go. Gotta go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. A second down throw for Bridgewater. give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Bridgewater. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They run. It's Camaro. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Chark, 85 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Out to his left. And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. First down, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
After the interception, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Rolling to his right. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Sterling Shepard, 56 yards. There the Eagles are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Bridgewater on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Second down, Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Being chased out left. Now he's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
So Delta.
Bridgewater to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Get wide now. Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Here's Bridgewater. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jordan Hicks in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Find out.
Now Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Now Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Gone!
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Dancing to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. They're making that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now a first throw here in overtime. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
4th down, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Tie it right, tie it right.
Get ready. Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta. Ready. Go Delta.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme.
got seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. 400K. I found out where you lay at. Lurking and they hate cat. Know what Bank said. I got the. They know what Tank said. I got the live in the mansion. They know what. I got the. Top of the building again. We had a plan. We came on top of the building again. We never ran. Thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey. Any 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a Bruce Wayne, I'm back. Hotels when I step out, yeah,